You are currently under the influence of an invisible force. It is moving energies that you may not yet be able to fully perceive, but your intuition has already begun to pick up on through subtle signs that are manifesting in your daily life in increasingly obvious ways. Your eyes found these words today for a reason. You were ready to hear something true. This message carries a spiritual urgency that you can no longer ignore. You have definitely been feeling something different in recent days. That inexplicable restlessness you feel in your chest when you are alone is a sign that something important is about to be revealed in your life. It's as if the universe is preparing you to receive a truth that will completely change the way you see everything around you. If you have noticed more vivid dreams than usual, sudden memories of loved ones who have passed away, or even that strange feeling that someone is watching you with affection from a dimension that your physical eyes cannot reach, then you are experiencing the effects of the new moon. These are not symptoms of mental fatigue or coincidences that your rational mind tries to explain logically. They are manifestations of a spiritual reality that can finally be understood with the clarity you have always sought. Archangel Michael, the heavenly protector who watches over sincere hearts, has chosen this moment to convey a revelation that has the power to transform your perception of your own life and the invisible connections between this world and the higher dimensions. Imagine someone very special, someone from your family who now inhabits the heavenly plane, has been trying to establish direct communication with you. They've been sending you signs which you may have interpreted as mere coincidences or manifestations of your longing. Those moments when you felt a warm presence by your side during times of loneliness. That subtle touch that seemed too real to be imagination. Or that tear that rolled down your cheek for no apparent reason while you were thinking about that loved one. Today, you will finally have access to what this luminous soul has been eager to share with you. Be prepared to be emotionally impacted, because what you are about to discover has the potential to touch the deepest layers of your heart and permanently alter the course your life has been taking until now. This is not a common message that you can pause and resume later. It is not a coincidence that can be ignored without consequences for your spiritual growth. This is a direct summons from the heavenly realms, a divine answer to your silent prayers and unspoken questions. Archangel Michael stands as a bridge between these two realities, ensuring that you hear words meticulously preserved for this precise moment. You have the heart to receive spiritual truths, and your presence here shows that you are ready to take the next step on your journey of inner growth. The urgency of this communication is not a coincidence. Your family on the spiritual plane has determined that today is the ideal day for you to learn something that cannot wait until tomorrow. This guidance will change the important decisions you need to make soon. It may be a blessing that has been prepared behind the scenes of your life, or it may be a truth about your mission in this existence that has finally come to be revealed. The cosmic time is now, and every second you spend absorbing these words is part of a divine mystery that is unfolding specifically to benefit your journey. As you fully tune into the frequency of this message, something subtle yet powerful has already begun to transform the atmosphere around you. Breathe consciously and allow your natural intuition to take over, because spiritual secrets reveal themselves only to those who have developed the sensitivity necessary to receive them without mental resistance. If you've made it this far, it's clear you're among the chosen few to receive this exclusive revelation. Pay close attention to that feeling growing in your chest and the subtle chill that may run through your skin. These are physical confirmations that celestial communication is happening right now, closer to your reality than you ever imagined. Pay close attention because you are about to receive words that have been specially prepared and sent directly from the heavenly plane exclusively for you. Archangel Michael stands by your side at this very moment, and through his protective presence, the voices of those you love resonate with a clarity that will touch your soul. Prepare your heart, for the sacred revelation is about to begin. Archangel Michael now makes the following declaration. Beloved child, I am delighted to know that you have finally found your way to this message. I have waited 4 whole weeks to speak directly to your heart, You will recognize what I'm about to reveal, but you must absorb this communication immediately, as it will disappear soon. This convergence did not happen by chance. Do you really believe that you chose to watch this content of your own free will? The higher dimensions clearly and distinctly whispered your name through the invisible winds of time. You were drawn here by a divine summons that carried a heavenly urgency, because the perfect cosmic moment has arrived for this revelation to materialize in your life. The universal timing had to be completely aligned with your personal journey. You had to experience enough disappointment to develop humility, enough hope to keep your faith alive, and the exact amount of inner preparation to receive what is about to be revealed. Now that all these elements have converged harmoniously, I can finally express in words what my heavenly heart has longed to communicate for so long. A specific soul who dwells in the sacred realms has repeatedly proclaimed your name throughout the ethereal dimensions, and their cry has pierced the veil separating the physical and spiritual worlds. Your earthly ears may not have heard this call directly, but your deepest essence has received it fully. That is precisely why you remain here, absorbing each word with an attention that goes beyond ordinary curiosity. Listen with your heart wide open, dear soul. I have no intention of causing you fear, but something of extraordinary magnitude is about to manifest in your reality. This will have the power to radically transform every aspect of your current existence. You have carried a persistent feeling in your chest for far too long, that some fundamental element is missing from your everyday experience. You put on a show of stability in front of others, offering smiles that mask your true inner condition, and you continue to move forward with apparent determination. But in your moments of silence and solitude, you remain in a state of constant expectation. You are waiting for a sign from the higher powers that you have not been forgotten. You are hoping that the celestial dimensions will clearly demonstrate that your intuition about being destined for higher experiences is not just a fragile fantasy born of despair. This message is the confirmation your soul has been tirelessly seeking. Not everyone receives direct communication of this nature, but you have been specifically selected for this transcendental experience. For the past 28 nights, an angelic presence has remained at your bedside while you slept. Your physical eyes did not register this sacred vigil, but I have been constantly present, Archangel Michael. I held your name between my luminous hands and repeated it. Let this soul hold on a little longer, just a few more days. A miracle of extraordinary proportions is approaching your destiny. This moment you are now experiencing is the materialization of that heavenly promise. The divine has been trying to give you something, but your heart was too fragmented to receive it. You are mistaken in believing that you need to achieve personal perfection before you can become worthy of heavenly communication. You imagined that the higher dimensions would only manifest after you had completely organized all the chaotic aspects of your earthly life. Understand this fundamental truth. The heavenly plan communicates precisely during times of greatest turmoil, in the midst of mental and emotional confusion, during the most intense existential storms. You are currently experiencing one of those transformative storms. Before continuing, write in the comments, I am surrounded and protected by angels. This will seal your energy with the power of the angels and prevent any shadows from approaching. Follow me to discover something that will change everything. You have recently experienced a painful betrayal, haven't you? You trusted this person completely. You would have sacrificed anything for them. Then they became cold and distant. That person unresponsive to your attempts at communication, or perhaps remained physically present, yet made you feel completely invisible and worthless. You carried this pain in absolute silence, believing that no one witnessed your intimate suffering. The divine observed every moment of your anguish. I witnessed all your pain. Every tear shed in secret was meticulously documented in the celestial records. Every tear shed in secret added spiritual power to this divine message you are now receiving. It was necessary to wait these specific weeks before establishing this direct heavenly communication with you. Your heart had to cry out with enough intensity to tune into my angelic frequency, which you are experiencing at this unique moment. A special person is coming into your life. They will arrive in a completely unexpected and surprising way. This is not a chance encounter with some stranger that fate will place in your path by coincidence. This specific person is an integral part of your divine timeline, established before your incarnation on this earthly plane. Their arrival is connected to a dimensional door that is about to open in your reality, revealing possibilities that have remained hidden until now. The most intriguing mystery of this revelation is obvious. Before this special person can fully enter your life, two important situations must fall apart and completely unravel. I'm reaching out because the process of deconstruction is about to begin. Don't let fear or anxiety dominate your thoughts during this transition. What you are destined to lose during this period did not belong to you to keep forever. These elements only block the natural flow of your higher destiny. Once these obstructions are completely removed from your path, you will finally see with absolute clarity who has been walking toward you all this time, patiently waiting for the ideal moment to reveal themselves. Be prepared, because you are about to face some serious spiritual challenges. This process of evaluation has already begun to manifest in your everyday experience recently. You have been feeling strange and inexplicable lately. You know that feeling when time seems to bend around you in impossible ways? When your nighttime dreams feel more vivid than you thought possible? When you keep noticing signs and synchronicities that seem to transcend mere coincidence? This is not a figment of your overactive imagination or symptoms of mental stress. This is how the heavenly dimensions establish communication with awakened souls. When your physical senses are fatigued, your spirit tunes into higher frequencies of perception. I state this truth with absolute clarity. Your feelings are in line with objective spiritual reality. You are under constant and uninterrupted divine protection. This protection comes from more than just me. There's someone specific in the heavenly realms who knew your essence even before you came into this physical world. This enlightened soul has been persistently interceding with the divinity, requesting permission to send a special communication directly to you. And today, that permission has been granted by the higher authorities. You have been granted access to this transcendental truth. This revelation is so spiritually urgent that it cannot wait another day. Take a deep breath and let every cell of your being absorb this truth. You have waited long enough for something genuinely real and transformative. It is no longer a vague promise with no basis in reality or a nebulous hope based on illusions. It is now something concrete, something truly divine that will manifest in your tangible reality. I am here to convey a crucial message. The challenges you faced during your periods of adversity were not divine retribution, but deliberate preparation for what lies ahead. What lies ahead is infinitely more valuable than anything you have experienced to reach this point of spiritual maturity. There's one fundamental condition: don't give up now. Not when you're so close to the manifestation of what you've been praying for. If this message touches your heart and stirs your soul, then pause and show your gratitude through a simple action. You were destined to receive this revelation. You have been specially chosen to hear these precise words at this unique moment. I know this is exactly what your soul has been longing for. You are not too late to receive your blessings. You are not behind schedule in your divine timeline. You have not been forgotten by the higher powers. You have been strategically concealed during this period for a specific and significant reason. It is imperative that it be hidden so that people unsuited to your journey will pass by without interfering with your development. It was hidden so that the right blessing would find you at the ideal moment. You were hidden so that you could remain safe while the heavenly dimensions completely rebuilt the path beneath your feet. I'll say this as clearly as I can: you will get through this period. You may not understand the mechanisms through which this will happen. The current situation may not make sense to your rational mind, and your hands may feel empty and your heart may feel too sensitive to keep resisting. You are about to be filled with a strength that does not originate from this earthly world. It is the kind that only angelic beings can carry and transmit. I am placing it upon your life at this very second. I am here to carry sacred fire on my back and pure light emanating from my heavenly wings. I will not stray from your side during this transformative journey that is now beginning. You must absorb this truth with crystal clarity. There is something sacred operating in your personal time and in the sequence of events that make up your unique journey. You were not ready to receive this revelation until this specific moment. And this delay does not represent any failure or personal inadequacy on your part. You have to go through every experience you have had, including the periods of deafening silence, the betrayals that shattered your trust, and those desperate moments when you prayed intensely and felt that no answer echoed back from the universe. These periods of apparent abandonment were not meant to destroy your emotional structure. They were meant to unlock latent abilities that remain dormant within you. You now possess an extraordinary sensitivity to perceive invisible truths, an expanded view of reality that transcends superficial appearances, and a resilient courage that you did not suspect you possessed. This is why you are still standing at this moment, even though you sometimes feel like you are just dragging yourself through life. You may not see it yet, but this is exactly the kind of indomitable spirit that the divine uses to completely transform established paradigms and alter the course of situations that seemed impossible to change. You may feel diminished and insignificant at this point in your journey, but you have captured the full attention of the heavenly realms. This is of far greater importance than any circumstances manifesting around you on the physical plane. I will convey the next revelation slowly and gently, because your soul will recognize it instantly, as if it has always known this truth on some deep level of consciousness. A fundamental shift in your reality is coming over the next few days. You will notice that the people around you begin to behave in different and inexplicable ways. You will experience a sudden magnetic attraction towards something completely new. Something that is not part of your usual patterns of thought or behavior. Follow this attraction without hesitation or excessive questioning. This is not an irrational fear or a random event. It is the spirit of divinity actively redirecting your path before something harmful can touch you. Obey these divine redirections. They may seem inconvenient or illogical to your analytical mind, but they are not. You know for a fact that there's someone in your inner circle who isn't who they pretend to be when others are around. I can't reveal the specific identity of this person, but you already have this intuitive insight, don't you? That strange and disturbing energy you feel, that insistent intuition you keep trying to ignore because it seems like unjustified paranoia. It's time to trust that inner guidance completely. This is not generalized anxiety or unfounded worry. It is a specific warning from the celestial dimensions that precedes significant harm. Don't let panic take over your thoughts and emotions. Write in the comments, "My heart is light and no evil can withstand this vibration." This affirmation seals your courage, your faith, and your spiritual rebirth. Continuing the message. I'm already taking action on your behalf in this situation. I am systematically dismantling the deceptions and manipulations they have used to hide information from you. You are not alone in this invisible battle, and no strategy formed against you will prevail or achieve lasting success. I'm not going to let that happen, not while I'm watching. However, it is crucial that you do not allow your heart to harden as a defense mechanism against future disappointments. The dark forces want you to fall for a trick, the mistaken belief that if you completely shut down your ability to love and trust, you will be protected from future suffering. Love is your most extraordinary superpower. It represents your natural gentleness, your genuine empathy, and your heart that is deeply moved by the suffering of others. Love is your most powerful weapon against darkness. You must never bury it out of fear. The divine does not need a warrior who is insensitive and hardened by bitterness. It needs someone radiant and enlightened, someone just like you. Your light does not exist solely for your personal benefit. Your inner luminosity is meant to guide others through their own existential storms. You know someone who would benefit from your light, They are already watching you closely, being magnetically drawn to your energetic presence, even without fully understanding the reasons behind this attraction. If this message has touched your heart and you want to support it so that it reaches more people, click on "Thank you very much." This gesture of affection is key to keeping this mission alive. Thank you. This connection will not manifest in the conventional romantic way you may be anticipating. It is deeply spiritual in nature. This person was genuinely lost and completely disoriented on their existential journey. Then, your energy touched theirs in a subtle but transformative way. This person doesn't understand why they feel such deep peace when they see your name or hear your voice, but I can explain. Your spirit carries an energetic blueprint for healing and restoration, and when the moment arrives, you will utter a specific phrase that will completely alter this person's life. But before this transformative mission can fully manifest, it is essential that you absorb and internalize this truth. You have been specially chosen by the higher dimensions to play a unique role in this existence. This is precisely why your journey has been characterized by such intense and seemingly unfair challenges. This is why people often misinterpret your purest intentions and motivations. This is why some have walked away from your life without offering adequate explanations or an opportunity for clarification. When a soul is chosen by the heavenly realms for a specific mission, the physical world often doesn't recognize that person's value and importance right away. This lack of earthly recognition causes deep emotional pain, and I understand this anguish completely. You must not allow the rejection or misunderstanding of the world around you to plant seeds of doubt about the divine choice that has fallen upon you. You have always possessed a special anointing. You have always been under constant heavenly protection, and even now, as you absorb every word of this message, your guardian angels are forming a protective circle around your physical space. Take a conscious scan of your body right now. You will perceive a subtle shift in the atmosphere around you. You are experiencing an energetic change for a specific reason. The next 72 hours represent a critical period in your spiritual journey. I have been instructed to inform you with the utmost urgency about what is about to occur. A spiritual transfer of extraordinary magnitude is taking place behind the scenes of your reality. What has remained stagnant and blocked is about to flow freely. It is about to be revealed with total clarity. It is about to open up completely. There is one fundamental condition that must be strictly adhered to. Do not retreat into situations or relationships that have already been ended by destiny. Remember this. Don't go back to the past. You've already overcome it. Don't be fooled by desperate pleas from people in your past or their sudden, seemingly genuine changes. Some doors are closed forever. You have achieved inner peace, and that is infinitely more valuable than any nostalgia or illusion of reconciliation. You are no longer trapped in repetitive, self-destructive cycles. You are moving directly toward your higher destiny, and I can see with prophetic clarity what awaits you in the near future. This is why my communication carries this burning intensity of urgency and purpose. I have seen you laugh with real spontaneous joy. I have watched you dance beneath a sky you never imagined you would live to see with your own eyes. I have seen you in an environment where you are finally recognized for who you truly are, not as someone excessive or difficult to love, but as a living miracle walking among human beings. I envision a specific person placing their hands on your shoulders with reverence and gratitude, uttering these words, "Thank you for not giving up on life when all seemed lost. You saved me when I needed it most." This person will not be a stranger who crossed your path by chance. It will be someone you love deeply. They do not yet fully understand how much they will need your strength and wisdom at the right moment. A special message is heading your way. I'm talking about spiritual letters that come directly from the divine realm. These letters will manifest in your life as a significant person, an unexpected communication, or a dream of exceptional clarity. You will recognize this special message by the way your soul responds instantly upon receiving it. Tears of recognition will probably touch your face, and a tremor of confirmation will run through your body. Do not ignore or dismiss this communication as an unimportant coincidence. When this divine message manifests in your reality, recognize it as the specific confirmation for which you have prayed so intensely. When that moment of recognition arrives, respond affirmatively without hesitation. Don't let fear paralyze your ability to act. Say a courageous and decisive yes. The celestial realms are waiting for your conscious agreement to release the next wave of blessings that have been prepared specifically for your journey. I'm going to tell you something the world should have told you a long time ago. You're not broken or defective. You possess remarkable spiritual gifts, and the pain you have endured was actually a form of divine training. Your life path has not suffered any unjustified delays. It has been carefully protected until the ideal moment for its full manifestation. You are crossing the threshold to a timeline where all your elements align in perfect harmony. You are on the path to fulfillment, love, peace, and comfort. I am declaring this truth through angelic words, and your soul has already begun the process of magnetizing these blessings into your reality. That inexplicable restlessness you feel, that silent but persistent urge, that strange urgency that sometimes feels like anxiety but carries a different quality, it's not depression or an emotional imbalance. It was an undeniable divine urgency pulsing through your being. You already knew and felt deep down that this existence was destined to accomplish much more than your current circumstances allowed. Prepare mentally and emotionally for what's coming. It may sound strange at first, but the miracle you have been waiting for so patiently will not come exactly as your mind has anticipated or imagined. It won't always feel like a miracle, and it won't always look like a spectacular fireworks display. It is important to recognize that these moments may appear ordinary and seemingly insignificant at first. They might take the form of a casual conversation, a seemingly insignificant moment, or an opportunity so subtle that your logical mind could easily dismiss it as irrelevant to your larger goals. Understand this. The small events during this period are crucial. That phone call that seems random, that unexpected invitation, that sudden impulse to take a different path than usual, or to accept something unusual that you would normally refuse. Don't underestimate them. The heavenly dimensions disguise their most valuable gifts by hiding them within situations that most people overlook. You are not part of the ordinary majority. You are spiritually awake and attuned to higher frequencies of perception. This is precisely why this message needed to reach you before the crucial moment manifests. When the divine opportunity presents itself, you will recognize it instantly and declare with confidence, "This is exactly what I've been waiting for." I am certain that I speak for all of us when I say that the greatest enemy of fulfilling your divine purpose is not paralyzing fear, but constant distraction. The distractions multiplying in your life, the sudden chaos arising for no apparent reason, the inexplicable mood swings, the constant mental noise preventing concentration, none of this is accidental or meaningless. This is deliberate spiritual interference. It's a kind of energetic static designed to drown out the divine whispers, cloud your natural intuition, and prevent you from perceiving the subtle guidance that is constantly coming from the higher plane. You are learning to see through these illusions of confusion. You are developing the ability to feel the truth reverberating in your bones, even when your physical eyes cannot yet clearly see the end result that is being prepared. This capacity for intuitive perception is extraordinary and represents genuine spiritual power. The heavenly dimensions have decided to significantly accelerate the events in your life from this moment forward. When situations move with unusual speed, don't offer resistance or get lost in excessive analysis. Don't ask why me, ask why now instead. The answer to that question is deeply revealing. You have passed the silent evaluation that has been taking place throughout this period. You have always loved unconditionally, regardless of whether or not your love is reciprocated. You offered generosity even when no one noticed. You persisted in cultivating hope even when all external evidence suggested that you should give up completely. The higher dimensions are never forgetful. They hold fast to the seeds planted in the soil of sacrifice. You have sown during periods of intense pain, but you will reap during a season of renewed power. It's not a matter of if, but when. Yes, right now, in this present moment. This night, the stars above are rearranging themselves to create the perfect configurations for your journey. It is clear that confirming signs have already begun to appear in your everyday reality. Stay alert for repeating number sequences, songs that seem to speak directly to your specific situation, and words you hear that sound as if they were created exclusively for you. Write in the comments, "I am at peace, I am in light, I am protected." Receive this strength in your life by writing this mantra in the comments now. This is a new era. If this spiritual journey touched your heart, if you felt clarity, acceptance, or just a sigh of relief, click "Thank you." This gesture strengthens this chain of light and allows these messages to reach other people who, like you, were also in need of this heavenly confirmation. Spiritual family, I invite you to become a permanent part of this community of awakened souls. Subscribe to the channel and share in the comments how this message has impacted your life. What transformations have you felt happening? What has awakened in your heart? Your words are exactly what someone else needs to find strength. We are a spiritual family united by light and unconditional love.